Okay, so first things first, fighting is the worst career path in history.
Why?
It's the worst career path in history. Because it involves a degree of probability, much like modeling or being a musician, right? You can be a fantastic musician. You can be better than every known musician in the world. But if you don't know the right people or right place, right time, come up with the right tune, you're just not going to be famous. Same with models. You have the models we all know. There's a whole bunch of women prettier than them who are just doing the little low-level model circuit, not making any money. There's a degree of probability involved with it. That's the first thing. The second thing is, it is show business. It's not all about how good you are. It's how good of a show you can sell. Mm-hmm. So if you're really, really good, but nobody's interested in watching you fight, you don't get fights. Yep. Why would someone let's say I was amazing and I beat everyone's ass, but no one pays to watch me. Who would give me a fight against their cash cow? I'm going to smoke him. And no one wants to see me fight.
Yeah, basically, if you're like a super technical fighter that has no flair, no personality, no anything, it's not very entertaining to watch, but you're good. Yeah. It doesn't really sell tickets. It
doesn't really sell tickets, and everyone's in it for money, right? You can be so boring and so good that you make it to the top. Do you know who Triple G is?
Yes.
Yeah, so Triple G did it that way, but he's like from Kazakhstan. He barely talks. He's had 400 fights, and now he's known at 38. Like he beats so much ass, they'd eventually say, you know what? Okay, we'll put him in there. But you could do a Conor McGregor, have a few fights with a big mouth and do better, right? Mm-hmm. So that's another element of it. There's a huge element of show business.
Who's better set up for their career, to be Triple G or be Conor McGregor?
Conor McGregor is more famous. It's show business. We live in an attention economy. The economy we live in now is based on attention. If you can get attention in your direction for any reason, bad or good, you will be successful. The Kardashians have no reason to be successful. It's attention. It's the world we live in now. And there's so much information and so much entertainment around. Garnering people's attention, stealing people's attention is difficult to do. But if you can find a way to do that, you're going to do well. I mean, Triple G has money now, whatever. But I'm saying, what's the odds of doing a Triple G, having 400 fights and never losing? Like no one can do that but him. He's literally a 1 in a billion. Mm-hmm. So, it's a really bad career path for that. And also there's a huge luck element. You have one bad fight, one bad night, one bad injury. That's it. And for and for the first few years of your fighting, you're getting paid $1,000, $3,000, $2,000. It's not even, you need to work on the side. You're giving up all your free time to get punched in the face. Like it's a terrible decision. Like, I don't know why I decided to do it. But eventually, once I was world champion, I'd get like $100,000 a fight, but I'd give 20% to my manager. Then the UK, with the UK taxes, 40, 50% would disappear. And sometimes you only fight twice a year or whatever. I was certainly not rich. I didn't consider myself rich.
You get like 30 to 40% of the money.
Yeah. And I didn't consider myself rich, like 30, 40 grand chunks, twice a year, maybe 3 times a year, living in London rents, need a car. Mm-hmm. You're trying, you're not rich in any way. And that's actually the reason I retired, because I woke up one day and I thought, I'm giving 6 hours a day of absolute focus and energy to this. And I believe I'm smart enough that if I put that much tenacity into something else, I can be a multimillionaire. I truly believed that. I was like, I've realized now I've reached the pinnacle of kickboxing. My choice is either to change over to MMA, which I was offered to do earlier in my career, but at the time, the kickboxing contract paid more money. I had to pay the bills, so I went with kickboxing. Change over to MMA, learn to wrestle, change over to UFC, blah, blah, blah. But this is also like 7, 8 years ago where even the UFC didn't pay the money it pays now.
Mm-hmm. But the UFC still doesn't pay that much money from what I understand.
No, if you're like top 5 or champion, yeah. But most of the dudes you're going to see there in the prelims, they're getting 10 grand a fight, 9 grand a fight. It's nothing, right? Mm-hmm. So it'd be like starting my career all over again. And at the age of 28, I thought, I don't have the gumption to start again. I've been through hell for this. I've broken my hand 8 times. My ribs have been broken. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do this all over again. So
what do you do when you realize that, hey, maybe I don't want to keep fighting?
I decide to get rich.
What does that mean to you when you're sitting there, you're getting $30,000, $40,000 kind of net on a per fight basis? Is rich to you like, hey, I want a couple $100,000, $1 million, $20 million, $1 billion?
I want 30 or 40,000 every month.
30 or 40,000 every month, so about $500,000 a year, give or take.
Okay. If I had that much money, I could do whatever I want.